You are in a kayak, and you aim your kayak to go directly across a river with a flow rate of 2 meters per second. At what velocity do you travel, and at what angle if you are able to kayak at a speed of 3 meters per second? How much time will it take to cross the 100-meter wide river, and how far down the river will you end up? And what is the total distance traveled by the kayak? The first step of this problem is to draw everything out. We have the kayak paddling velocity of 3 meters per second going straight up. Then we also have the kayak being pushed towards the right by the river flow rate vector of 2 meters per second. We have a set of vectors that make a right triangle, so we can use trigonometry, more specifically the Pythagorean theorem, and sohcahtoa to solve this problem. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a is one leg of the right triangle, b is the other leg of the triangle, and c is the hypotenuse or longest side of the triangle. Rearranging the formula to get c or the hypotenuse to one side, we get that the square root of a squared plus b squared equals c. We can now plug in our a of 2 meters per second and our b of 3 meters per second into the equation. We end up with 3.61 meters per second as the boat's velocity on the river. Now we can use sohcahtoa, more specifically the tangent of the angle equals the opposite leg of the triangle over the adjacent leg of the triangle, to solve for the angle downstream the kayak will travel. To get the angle to one side, we can take the inverse tangent of 2 meters per second flow rate of the river over the 3 meters per second kayaking speed. This leaves us with an angle of 33.69 degrees. Next, we'll need to find how long it will take to get across the river. Recall that velocity times time equals distance. Rearranging this, we get that distance over velocity equals time. So, we can take the total width of the river of 100 meters and divide it by the velocity going directly across the river of 3 meters per second. We end up with a time of 33.33 seconds to cross the river. Over the course of those 33.33 seconds, the boat will be traveling down the river at a rate of 2 meters per second of time passed. So multiplying 33.33 seconds times the 2 meters per second will give us the distance the boat will travel downstream of 66.67 meters. Using the same logic, we can multiply 33.33 seconds by the velocity of the boat we found of 3.61 meters per second. We get a total distance traveled of 120.32 meters. That concludes this video. Hope that I've earned a like, share, or subscription. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy one of these videos as well. Thank you for watching.